Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem, and here is the news. 647 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Telegram channels shared a video on which allegedly Russian forces killed several Ukrainian soldiers who had surrendered at a location believed to be near the settlement of Stepove near Avdiivka in Zaporizhia Oblast, reports Ukrainska Pravda. On the video, a group of soldiers shoot two other soldiers who were coming out of a dugout, one of whom was holding his hands behind his head. According to the Deep State Telegram channel, this happened near Stepove when the Russians entered the 45th Rifle Battalion's position. Alexander Shtupun, spokesperson for the Ukrainian forces on the southern front, said that the Russian occupiers brazenly violate the rules and customs of warfare every day. And this video is a vivid confirmation of that. He stressed that the video is undergoing the appropriate verification and documentation procedures. Dmytro Lubinets, the Ukrainian Parliamentary Commissioner for Human Rights, plans to appeal to the International Committee of the Red Cross and the UN regarding this video. He stressed that this is yet another violation of the Geneva Conventions and a manifestation of contempt for international humanitarian law. Lubinets said that he thinks the Ukrainian law enforcement and intelligence agencies will be able to identify the Russian servicemen who committed this crime. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family, as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The Security Service of Ukraine explained why it has cancelled permission for a working trip abroad to Petro Poroshenko, the former president of Ukraine and one of the opposition leaders, reports BBC News Ukraine. The law enforcers say that Poroshenko has scheduled a meeting with Viktor Orban, the pro-Russian Hungarian prime minister, and according to the received intelligence information, Russian secret services were preparing provocations targeting Ukraine in the international arena related to that meeting. The Security Service of Ukraine stated that it had approached the Ukrainian President's office, the Cabinet of Ministers, and the Parliament, requesting that they consider information about Russia's plans when organizing and approving foreign trips for Ukrainian delegations. Afterwards, the Ukrainian parliament's leadership denied permission for Poroshenko to travel abroad. His party, European Solidarity, responded to the ban by noting that should Poroshenko have the opportunity to help, he would do so in any country in the European Union where Ukraine's position is not so strong. Hungarian government spokesperson Zoltán Kovács responded to the situation, saying that Ukraine is not ready for EU membership, reports 1+1. The German arms concern Rheinmetall plans to start production of the first Fuchs and Lynx armored vehicles in Ukraine next year, reports Zahidnet. According to Rheinmetall CEO Armin Paperger, the company expects to sign an agreement with Ukraine on the production of Fuchs armored personnel carriers and Lynx infantry fighting vehicles by the beginning of next year. After that, it will take 6 to 7 months to produce first Fuchs and 12 to 13 months to produce Lynx. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just 2 people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.